I'm cynical when it comes to video game remasters. What's the point of taking the time to completely overhaul Crash Bandicoot's visuals if he still controls like a bag of rocks? After 4 hours with Resident Evil 2, the sort of but not remake of the 1998 survival horror masterpiece, I can happily say that it is so good to play, look at and listen to that it feels like a completely new game.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
I said, don't move.
Resident Evil 2 keeps the two playable protagonists of the original, and I was given time with both Leon Kennedy and Claire Redfield. While there are still plenty of liquors to melt with acid rounds as Claire, the section I played was more reminiscent of classic Resident Evil survival horror, with a focus on puzzles inside the RPD building, while Leon's embraced the grand set pieces and combat direction of later entries. There's such attention to detail in every part of Resident Evil 2. Scaffolding casts moody shadows across the red brick facades of shuttered businesses, and characters instinctively shield their eyes, or incredible 90s haircuts, when they venture into rain. As Leon ascended a ladder into the car park of the Raccoon City Police Department, flashbacks of watching, terrified, as my older brother led Leon down those familiar cramped corridors almost 20 years ago, came rushing back. Resident Evil 2, which isn't actually a beat-for-beat remake, is built on the same engine as Resident Evil 7, and there are a number of quality of life improvements that make hunting for key items in the dense, cluttered settings just a little easier. Items now pop with an interaction symbol, and some items, such as lockboxes, need to be manipulated in the inventory screen to reveal their usefulness. While a little less clunky, I still found myself running out of space regularly, or without the item I needed to progress, having stashed it across town so I could pick up more herbs. Puzzles have also been updated or changed completely. The classic library shelf puzzle, for instance, now makes more sense within the world, and the small playable section as Ada Wong showcases brand new items and puzzles. Reminiscent of the Batman Arkham games, Ada comes equipped with an EMF device that allows her to trace electrical circuits and activate electronic devices remotely. The EMF device is only used in Ada's section, but the way it's used to increase tension keeps it interesting. Shortly into my exploration of the sewers as Ada, Resident Evil 2's Tyrant appeared. Just like in the original, the Tyrant is a towering bald figure in a trench coat who can't be killed. The only option is to run away and hopefully put enough distance between you and him. Aside from his initial appearance, the Tyrant sequences are completely unscripted, and it was these interactions that led to the more frustrating moments of the Claire demo. The Tyrant is constantly wandering around the RPD building as you try to piece together the motivations of Police Chief Irons. His appearance as I searched for a way to progress would mean I'd run away with no regard to direction, only to find myself lost or stuck in a dead end. While this will be less of an issue when given the time to learn the layout of buildings, it's still frustrating to have to abandon whatever you're doing to run 3 rooms away through hordes of zombies, only to then use some of the precious ammo you have left just for the chance to run back the way you came. But the few very minor frustrations are not enough to dampen my excitement for Resident Evil 2. In a time when it feels like classic games are given a fresh coat of paint and pushed out to market, it's refreshing and exciting to see Capcom treat its back catalogue with respect here, while also understanding games have evolved since 1998. I have a feeling Resident Evil 2 is going to have a whole new generation watching terrified as their older sibling explores the dark, unsettling mysteries of Raccoon City. For more on Resident Evil 2, check out 8 minutes of Leon in the Sewers gameplay and our comparison video of the 98 original. And for everything else reimagined, reanimated and remastered, keep it here on IGN.